Hi, good morning everyone. Today we will start next topic, sum of first n terms of GP. Sum of first n terms of GP. Okay, so in GP series, so there are two conditions we use. You have n terms or you have infinite terms. So first you have to find the sum of first n terms of GP. So we have two conditions is that it depend upon the ratio. You very well know that in GP series it basically deal with ratio between the two terms that will be same. Suppose I have this term like Sn. What does mean sum of n terms mean? So whatever your GP series terms AR square plus ERN minus 1, so that I consider as this my first series. So sum of n terms mean you have to add the all terms of the GP series. Suppose I multiply this equation by R, so each and every term will be multiplied by R, then I will write under the like terms like same. When A multiply by AR, I write it under here AR square, then ARN minus 1 plus ARN. Okay, now next thing is if you are going to subtract the terms. If you are going to subtract the terms, then sign, you very well know that sign is changed and this. So here sign is changed. So this term and this term will be cancelled with each other. Only one, what is left? Sn minus Rsn is equal to A minus Arn. So that means if you take Sn common, 1 minus R Sn common, so here if I take A common, 1 minus Rn, my sum of n terms formula is A into 1 minus Rn, then 1 minus R. But condition is that here R depend upon R value, you have to use the formula. Generally we said that modulus of R is less than 1. Modulus of R less than 1 if R is negative or R is positive, so there will be different formula for you can to use. If suppose in the ratio your R value is less than equal to minus 1, then you have to use above formula for sum of n terms A 1 minus Rn upon 1 minus R. Okay, but if you have R value is greater than 1, here we can consider then my less than minus 1 also consider as less than 1. Okay, so don't confuse with that because for exactly one condition is different, so that's why it is right as negative terms. So in that case sum of n terms formula you can use A Rn minus 1 by R minus 1. So according to the ratio you have to use your different sum of n terms formula. But if R value is exact 1, okay, so suppose if you substitute here R is equal to 1, this will be 0 and this will be 0. So that denominator, if denominator is there, so that is not defined. So in that case sum of n terms will be directly n times A. You have to just add the first term n times A. So because R value is 1. Suppose now next if you have given last term, you very well know that last term of GP series ARN minus 1. So in that condition what will be your sum of n terms formula? So in that case if your last term is ARN minus 1, so Sn formula, if I just open this one, this is my last term. Okay, so if I want to generate the sum of n terms formula according to the last term, so my Sn formula mostly for R not equal to 1, we use 1 minus Rn upon 1 minus R. Now if I take A common, multiply A with the term Arn upon 1 minus R, then in that case you will get A minus. Here if I take R, like I write it here n minus 1 and plus 1. So that is the same thing. Because I want to separate the terms, I want to adjust this one, AR and minus 1. So 1 minus R. The next term will be A minus A, Rn minus 1 in the bracket, and R will be outside, then 1 minus R. According to that, your Sn formula becomes, your Sn formula according to the last term is A minus LR upon 1 minus R. So that is your required formula of N. If you have last term is given, ratio is given, and first term is given, you can directly apply this one, sum of n terms formula. In that case also, you no need to use the n value. Okay, so here if you have last term is given, ratio, and first term is given, so sum of n terms formula is A minus LR by 1 minus R. But what happen if there is a no end of the series? If there is a no end of the series, so which formula you apply? If there is no end of the series means if infinite series is there. Infinite series means S infinite. So this is the symbol of infinite. Before that we are writing sum of n terms. Wherever we have to find, this is sum of n terms. Okay, and this is sum of n terms. So these are the first, second and third rules. According to the R value, you are using 3 sum of n terms formula in GP series. But if you have S infinity is there, in that case you no need to use n, because there is no limit of the terms. So in that case you can directly find A value, R value, apply in this formula, A upon 1 minus R. So here, so I'm discussing few questions of your exercise 10.6 part 1 that is related with your this formula. Suppose that is question number 1, first part. In question number 1, first part, you have 20 terms. 20, you have to find the sum of 20 terms, and your series is 2 plus 6 plus 18, and you have to find the sum of 20 terms. Okay, so first, for before finding the sum of 20 terms, you have to must check what is the R value, is less than 1 or greater than 1. So here if I check with that, my A value is 2, then my R value is 6 divided by 2, that is 3. So that is my ratio. Now here R value is greater than 1. If my R value is greater than 1, I will use R value greater than 1 formula for finding the sum of n terms is A R n minus 1 by R minus 1. So here I just replace the value here. A value is 2, 3, n value, then 3 minus 1. So when I solve this one, that is 2, 3 minus 1, 2 will be cancelled, only 3 n minus 1 will be left. So this 3 n minus 1 will be left. So this is the formula generated by sum of n terms. So sum of n terms formula is only 3 raised to power n minus 1. But if I have to find sum of 20 terms, so that will be 3 raised to power 20 minus 1. Here no need to multiply 320 times. We just apply the value in place of n, 3 raised to power 20 minus 1. So that is the condition. So one more condition, if you have your R value is less than 1. So what you will do, like your sixth part of this first question. So sixth part of this question number 1, you have series is 1 plus 2 by 3 plus 4 by 9 plus so on. Okay, up to n terms. Okay, here if you check, your A value is 1, but if you go for the ratio, that is 2 by 3. When 2 by 3 divided by 1 give you 2 by 3, 4 by 9 divided by 2 by 3 give you 2 by 3. So here if you check, then R value is less than 1 if you check. So if R value is less than 1, so according to that, my sum of n terms formula, because here we have to find n terms also in your, and 5 terms, sum of 5 terms also. First I will found sum of n terms formulas, and I will use the formula for r less than 1 is a 1 minus rn by 1 minus r. So I will use this formula here. So I just replace the value. A value is 1, r value is 2 by 3 raised to power n, and here also 1 minus 2 by 3 in the denominator. When you take the LCM of this one, this in the denominator, it will be left 3 by 2. So that become 1 upon 3 by 2 we will write as 2 by 3. 3 minus 2 is 1 by 3, sorry. When you solve this one, so in the denominator it will be 1 here, 1 minus 2 by 3 raised to power n. So when you take the LCM, 3 by 2 minus 3, so that is 1 by 3. So denominator of denominator move upward, and sum of n terms formula is 3, 1 minus 2 by 3 raised to power n. Okay, so that is general formula created. But if you have to find the sum of 5 terms, so just replace n with 5. So that is 3, 1 minus 2 by 3 raised to power 5. Now you have to solve. 2 raised to power 5 is 32, and 3 raised to power 5 is 243. Now when you take the LCM, 3, 243 minus 32 by 243. So that gives me 3, cancel with 243, give me 81. My required answer is 211 by 81. So these are the two conditions. I solved different type of two questions in the series. First, after finding the ratio, if you check your r value is greater than 1, you have to apply the formula sum of n terms is a rn minus 1 by r minus 1. But if your r value is less than 1, you have to apply sum of n terms formula is a into 1 minus rn 1 minus r. So here when you solve this one, so you will get sum of n term is 3 into 1 minus 2 by 3 raised to power n, and sum of 5 terms is 211 by 81 after calculation. Here if your power is bigger one, no need to calculate. Now one third method is if you have given infinite series. For infinite series, there is no condition of negative value and positive value of r. Only condition is that r should not be equal to 1. So that is your 11th question here. So I will go with you have series is given. In 11th question, you have series is given root 2 minus 1 by root 2 plus 1 by 2 root 2 minus 1 by 4 root 2 up to infinity. Okay, so what you will do after that. Now this infinity means there is no limit of the series. So here when you find the r value, so there is no condition of negative and positive value. So here when I found that a is equal to root 2, but when I found the r value, that is minus 1 by root 2 divided by root 2, that gave me minus 1 by 2. In infinity, it doesn't matter r value is negative or positive, your formula is same. Sum of infinity term formula is a upon 1 minus r, because we are not using the n term value here. You just apply the value root 2 by 1 minus 1 minus and minus 1 by 2. So that gave me root 2 by 1 plus 1 by 2. So that is 2, root 2 by 2 plus 1 is 3. So that is my required answer. So here in your, I am sending only first part. Here is total 11th part is there. So I discuss all types of question in this. If remember one thing, if r is greater than 1, you have to use the formula sum of n terms as a into rn minus 1 by r minus 1. If r is less than 1, a into 1 minus rn upon 1 minus r. But if r value is exact 1, so no need to use r value, then your sum of n terms, I already told you here, your sum of n terms, you directly n multiply by the first term. and your sum of infinite formula is a upon 1 minus r. Only you have to find the a and r value and substitute in your question. Thank you. Have a nice